Hey, small group leaders, this is Jason Dawson. I just wanted to get with you and talk to you real quick, briefly on 5 killers of small groups. The first one I want to talk about that I think has plagued us last year was inconsistency. So, with small groups, I think that we need to focus on making small groups a priority. Inconsistency, even if one or two members are inconsistent, it sometimes creates an atmosphere of inconsistency, and then it just kind of kills the entire energy of getting together and being consistent, holding each other accountable, and praying for one another. So, if there's anything that you can do to try to be more consistent this year, do that. We want to encourage that. We know that sometimes things are hard, but the second and fourth Wednesday and the second and fourth Sunday are just really important. And so, if we could elevate that on the priority list. The second one, I'm going to talk about it, but it may be a little controversial. It's called awkward personalities. So, another small group killer, number two, would be awkward personalities. And there's a saying that if you don't think there's any awkward personalities in your small group, it might be you. So just be careful. Um, but I don't mean in general. There's all kinds of awkward, quirky people in our small groups, and including me and everyone else. But I'm talking about people who dominate conversationally, who don't listen well, who take over the group, who might just command too much time of the group. So one of the things that you've got to do is take control of that. And one of the ways that we can do that, to take control of that, is to gently talk to them afterward, and or tell them that you'll pray for them, and then redirect the conversation. And so that's something that you can do as well. And so coach them on the side as much as you can. Help them be aware of other people around them, and encourage them to allow other people to participate in the group. There's also the other side of that awkward personality that might not want to participate. And so we want to give everybody in the group a possibility to participate. And so, not so much as call them out, but give them every opportunity to answer questions or speak during a prayer request time. And so, we want to make sure that those people who are a little bit more shy, that you might, if you're able to, draw out of them the opportunity to pray for them, to consider what they have to say, and just be really considerate of those people who don't talk as much. A third killer of a small group, and we just need to make sure that this isn't in our small groups, because Christianity doesn't need this as well. It's just fakeness, right? There's a fakeness in Christianity so much of the time, and what we're looking for is a deeper, authentic, real experience. And so that's part of being a leader of a small group, is you leading out in that authenticity. And what we mean by authenticity is that you're being transparent about your own sin, about your own struggles, about your own life, and that you're sharing that with the people so that they know that you're no better than they are, that you're on the same level, you're in the same way that they are. The fourth one is maybe inconsistent questions, or not being prepared. And honestly, it doesn't take much preparation, and hopefully we'll have some guides for questions this time around. But basically, having questions for small groups that apply to the recent sermon, or if you have a curriculum that you're going through, make sure that it's hitting all marks with everybody in the group, and that the group time is special. That group time, there's actually growth, and you're actually wrapping your mind around the Word of God and how it becomes tangible in the life of the believer. The last thing, number five, is holidays and summer breaks. And so we're going to take 1 month off in the middle of the year and 1 month off at the very end of the year. We don't want to give too much break time, but I want to encourage you to continue to meet outside of small groups during those times. So if you have a hangout leader, I would encourage you to still meet together, maybe meet guys and girls or separately, still get together if you can, even if it's just a few of you, to keep that camaraderie going and that fellowship going. So those are 5 killers of small groups, and I wanted to lead out with that in small group leadership. We will have 3 meetings that we're going to have coming up, and I will get those on the calendar soon, kind of deciding what we should do with those specifically. If you have ideas, let me know. But I wanted to start out with 5 small group killers so that we can avoid those this year. Thanks so much.